in Baeyer-Villiger oxidation, or this is an example of the rearrangement. In this process, basically the aim of the reaction is to convert the carbonyl residue or the carbonyl group to the ester. Okay, and the reagent in this case is used MCPBA, that is the metachloroparbenzoic acid or simple peroxybenzoic acid, or sometimes it may be trifluoroperoxybenzoic acid. So these are the oxidizing agent is used here, and the target of the reaction is to convert the carbonyl, that means either it may be the ketone or it may be the aldehyde, to its corresponding ester. Okay. Now in this case, depending upon the migratory aptitude of this R and R prime, the ester will form. So in this case, the migratory aptitude of R prime is greater than R. That's why you are getting this ester. But if the scenario is the opposite, that means the migratory aptitude is R is greater than R prime, then you will get R prime C double bond O R. Okay. In some specific examples which have been discussed in the real class, you can see there are lots of examples against this Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. Okay. So before starting with the specific examples as well as the migratory aptitude, let us focus what is the general mechanism of this Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. So in this case, generally the peroxy acid is used. Say if we consider MCPBA, we know the structure of MCPBA, that is the metachloroperoxybenzoic acid, C double bond O. This is the peroxo group and this is the meta position with respect to this functional group. So as a whole, it is named as the metachloroperoxybenzoic acid. Now in this case, when we are using the carbonyl residue like this one, so we know this is electrophilic in nature. So as a whole we can consider, say this one is the aromatic. So we can write AR like this one. So in this case, the reaction, as this is the peroxybenzoic acid, so first step is the AR C double bond O plus H plus. Now you know in carbonyl residue oxygen is more electronegative than the carbon, so there will be the polarization of the bond, that means this is the minus and this is the plus, or we can write like this way, say partial negative charge is here and partial positive charge is here. So that means when there is the protonation, that means there is a proton source, first this carbonyl oxygen got protonated to make this center more electrophilic, that means to enhance the electron deficiency in this center. So what will happen? In the first step, in presence of the PAR acid or the peroxybenzoic acid or MCPBA, first step is the protonation of this carbonyl residue, that means you will get plus R prime R. Now this center becomes more electrophilic. And in this structure you can see this is the counter anion, or it can act as a nucleophilic center. So there will be the nucleophilic addition here. So after protonation, due to the enhancement of the electrophilicity of this carbonyl carbon, the counter anion which can act as a nucleophile will attack here, and that reaction is named as the nucleophilic addition reaction. So here plus okay, so it will attack here, and the pi cloud will localize over this positive charge, and it can generate R prime O O double do AR. Now in this case you can see that this oxygen which is attached in the peroxo group, this oxygen is electrophilic in nature. How it is electrophilic? Say if I show the resonance here, we can write like this way. R prime minus AR plus. So that means now it can abstract the bond electron towards itself. That means here you can see this bond can be easily broken. It can generate now the plus charge here. That means this oxygen is very much electrophilic in this reaction. So as this oxygen is electrophilic in nature, then the step is the rearrangement step. In this case, now we can think this is the carbon R, that means say it may be methyl group, it may be the ethyl group. Now which group will migrate, that will depends upon the migratory aptitude of this group. So if I consider that here migratory aptitude of R prime is greater than R, so we can think this bond like this way, say this is the plus and this is the minus, okay. Or similarly here we can think, say this is the plus, this is the minus, and we know that this oxygen is electrophilic in nature. That means here we can show like this way. If this bond is breaking, then here positive charge is neutralized and it can generate plus charge here. This is the assumed pathway. So if this is the minus and this is the plus, then they can form the bond and this residue will leave the molecule, okay. So that means it can generate R OH OR prime, and now this is the plus charge, and in the final step we can show that it will donate the lone pair of electron to here to neutralize this charge, OR prime R, and the final step is the deprotonation. That means the hydrogen will leave the molecule to generate the ester molecule. So this is the generalized mechanism of the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation, and this pathway is basically the concerted pathway, not the stepwise pathway. As I have shown here, like say this is the plus minus plus, this is for your understanding, but as the actual mechanism is, as this oxygen is electrophilic in nature, so in this case this group will migrate by abstracting the carbon R bond electron, that means the sigma electron. It will migrate here, it will transfer here, that means there is a formation of the carbon oxygen double bond, and similarly the pi cloud will localized over the electronegative oxygen. So as a whole it can generate R OH R prime plus the carboxylate residue, okay. So after formation of this, last step is same, that means it will donate here so that it can form the carbon oxygen double bond, that means the ester bond is formed here, and finally there will be the deprotonation. So the ester molecule will generate. So this is the general mechanism for the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. Now what will be the migratory aptitude? Generally, say if I considering the example like this way. Say R. Here R may be hydrogen, it may be methyl, ethyl, it may be isopropyl, or it may be tertiary butyl. So now in this case, if this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, sorry 5. So in this case, this is the primary type of structure, this is the secondary, and this is the tertiary one, and this is the methyl one and simple hydrogen. Now here the order of the migratory aptitude is hydrogen is less than methyl, is less than ethyl, less than isopropyl, this group is the isopropyl group, less than tertiary butyl. That means the order of the migratory aptitude here you can see, if the substituents in this center, that means in this carbon, so this is the carbon and it is attached with different substituent. If this carbon is more substituted, then that carbon will be migrated, that means this bond will be broken. So as for specific example, if this is the acetaldehyde, so like this one, say CH3, CHO, and another example is the CH3, C double bond, CH3, CH3, H, isopropyl group. So in this case you can see I have kept these two group fixed, I have changed only this one. Here you can see this is the hydrogen and here you can see it is the methyl. Now see the migratory aptitude order, that means hydrogen is having the least migration property, okay, than the methyl. So if we do or we perform the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation, here this hydrogen will not be migrated, methyl will be migrated. So the product you will get CH3, and if this is the migrated, it will attach to the oxygen in the OR group. So that means this will be the product, and here you can see this is the isopropyl group and it has the higher migratory aptitude than the methyl one. So by using the MCPBA you will get CH3 O isopropyl. So depending upon the migratory aptitude you will get different type of esters after completion of the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. Now if any chiral center, that means if any chirality is present in the molecular bag mode, that means say the migration or the migratory group contains the chirality or contains the chiral center. Chiral center means, that means the asymmetric center. So chiral center, if it is the center of chirality, the configuration either it may be the R or it may be the S. So the thing is, when there will be the migration, of this group, chiral group, the chirality of that center will remain fixed after completion of the reaction. That means, say if the migratory group having chiral configuration R, then after formation of the reaction, after completion of the reaction, the ester which you will get, it will also have the configuration R. So just for example, like this one, CH3, CH3, PH, H. Now this is the carbonyl residue or the carbonyl molecule, and basically this is the acetone, and not only acetone, sorry, it is the ketone, not only ketone, it contains the chiral center. Now if I find the configuration of this center, this is 1, this is 2, this one is 3, and this is 4. And you know, if fourth group is in the backward position, so according to convention it will be the 4b plus. Now rotation of the rest of 2 bonds, that is the 1, 2, 3 clockwise rotation, so that means plus. So as a whole you will get the configuration is R. Now by doing the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation, here you will get the ester molecule, it will also have the configuration R, not S. That means when you perform the reaction, in this case the structure of the product will be phenyl hydrogen CH3 O C double bond O CH3. Now here you can see this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4b plus, and 1, 2, 3 clockwise rotation. So the configuration is R. So in Baeyer-Villiger oxidation, you have to keep in mind, that means not only Baeyer-Villiger, in any migration reaction, you have to keep in mind when there will be the migration, that means if the migratory group contains the chirality will remain fixed upon completion of the reaction. So in this case, this will be the actual structure or actual product of the reaction. But if you write it like this way, say CH3 C double bond O, or like this I say CH3 C double bond O, O PH CH3. This structure, this is not the actual product, because here you can see the configuration is changed. 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4b plus rule, fourth group is in the away from the viewer, and the rotation is 1, 2, 3 anti-clockwise, that means that is minus. So minus into plus minus, so configuration is S. So from R as a ketone, you are getting the S ester. So this is not the correct product. Okay. So keep in mind, when you are getting the product, just check the configuration of the substrate as well as the product. If they are remain same or is same, then that will be the actual pathway. So in MCQ question, say if this is the reagent and this is your substrate, there will be the lots of example like this one, like the previous one, and sometimes the group will be converted up, down, whatever it will be. But you have to check the final configuration as well as the initial configuration. Okay. So this is an important parameter or important scenario in Baeyer-Villiger oxidation, that during the migration the chirality will remain fixed. Now another factor is the electron density in this reaction. Say you can see that I am showing the migratory aptitude like this. So that means CH3 greater than ethyl methyl hydrogen. So here you can see the tertiary butyl group, this methyl having the plus I effect. There is 3 plus I effect. So that means as a whole the electron density, this is the sigma electron density of this bond is increased because all of these 3 is acted in this site. So that means the sigma electron density of this residue is greater than the isopropyl because here 2 plus I effect, here only 1 plus I effect, this is there is no plus I effect. So during the migration in the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation, those group will be migrated which have higher electron density. So that means if some electron deficient group or electron withdrawing group is attached to any of the residue, that group will not be migrated due to the electron deficiency of that migratory bond or the sigma bond. So the example is like say CH2Cl double bond hydrogen, or say fluorine is attached in this center. Now in between these two cases you can see this is the actually if I substitute one hydrogen by one fluorine we will get CH2F. So electron withdrawing group is attached in this carbon. So electron withdrawing group means that have the minus I effect, strong minus I, because it is the most electronegative atom. So that means electron density of this sigma electron will be less, so it can't be migrated. Only possibilities is to migration of this hydrogen. So if we perform the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation, instead of getting this product, though it is the substituted methyl, instead of getting this product we will get CH2 double bond OH. That means this hydrogen will be migrated. Okay. So here the factor, that means electronegativity or the electron deficiency, is important. Okay. Another example is for this one, like so this is the acetophenone. In this case, if you perform the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation, here you will get the product. Phenyl has the higher migratory aptitude than the methyl. Phenyl has higher migratory aptitude than methyl. So the product this will be the ester. Okay. But if some electron withdrawing group or strong electronegative group is attached to this benzene ring, like say nitro, that means you know nitro has the minus M effect as well as minus I, but still in between the minus M and minus I, minus M effect is more predominant over the minus I effect, that means inductive effect. So that means nitro can abstract the electron density. That means the electron density of this ring or this substituent will be less. So in this case, due to though the phenyl or the aromatic residue having the higher migratory aptitude than the methyl or the alkyl residue, but still due to having the strong minus M effect, that means strong electron withdrawing group, presence of strong electron withdrawing group, this aromatic residue will not be migrated. So here the product you will get double bond O, OCH3. Okay. So these are the important parameters in the Baeyer-Villiger oxidations. Now there are several examples against the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. Already in our real classroom I have showed that type of example, but still I think I need to recapitulate the reactions. So one example like this one, this is the cyclohexane or the cyclohexyl residue and methyl residue. These two you can see this is the most substituted residue. That means here the carbon is attached with another carbon, carbon and hydrogen, and here carbon is attached with 3 hydrogen. So this position will be migrated. So by performing the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation, you will get this is the product. Okay. Now this I have showed this Baeyer-Villiger oxidation in the open system, that means in the simple chain system. Now for the ring system, what will be the scenario? The scenario will be the same in the ring system, that means in the cyclic ketone. So just for example, like cyclohexanone. Okay. In this case, you can see now when there will be the ring system, we will consider in the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation either this bond or this bond. That means we always deal with either this carbon or this carbon. So whatever it will be the structure, we can isolate it. That means we are mainly concerned about this position. So we can isolate it like this way, and here you can see this carbon contains 2 hydrogen and another carbon, and similarly here you can see this carbon contains 2 hydrogen and another carbon. So that means the substituent in the both carbon is same. So that means this is the symmetrical ketone. So any of one bond can be migrated. Now in this case, if you perform, so during this migration, our target, you can see, say if this is the ketone, here you can see by Baeyer-Villiger oxidation, you will get the structure, formation of the carbon oxygen bond and formation of the migratory group and the oxygen bond. So it will be maintained in the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. So we will apply the same concept here. Forget about the ring system. We are considering the substituents like this way. So now in this case, we will write, say we want to shift or migrate this bond. So we can write that here is the formation of the carbon oxygen bond, and similarly, say if I do the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we are considering that this 2 will form the new bond with this oxygen. So if I write, now this is the 2 carbon number 2. So this is the 1, this is the 2. Now you will close the ring. The number of total carbon will remain fixed, and this is the ring expansion basically, because another atom, that means oxygen, is added in this ring. So it will be total number of atom will be the 7, because 6 carbon and 1 oxygen is present in this ring system. So if this is the 1, 2, now this is the 3, 4, 5 and this is the 6. So as a whole you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 membered ring, and this is the cyclic ester, and you know the cyclic ester is generally named as the lactone. Okay. Now, if we perform the ester hydrolysis, this bond will be broken because this is the ester bond. So, there will be the ester hydrolysis and you will get H here and OH here. So, that means alcohol and acid, and as this is the cyclic ester, so you will get both the acid group, that means COH group, and the OH group in the same molecular framework. Okay. So, this is one important example of the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation of the cyclic ketone. Now, another examples, variety of examples for the cyclic ketones is like this way. So, CH3. Now, this ketone, again we will consider only this carbon and this carbon, and say here I am using the peroxybenzoic acid. So, again it is the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. Okay. So, now in this case you can see in between these two carbon, if I isolate this position, you can see that this carbon contains one CH3, one hydrogen and another carbon, and this carbon contains hydrogen, hydrogen, carbon. Now, this two position is no longer symmetrical. This position is the more substituted position than this one. So, as per the migratory aptitude, we know that the more substituted side will be migrated. So, here obviously this group or this residue will be migrated. That means the new carbon oxygen bond will be formed here. So, that means ester will be generated in this side, not this side. Okay. So, upon Baeyer-Villiger oxidation, you will get the structure that double bond O. Here is the formation of the new carbon oxygen bond, and this group is migrated, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, this is the 2, now 3, 4, 5, and this is the 6. So, again you will get the 7 member, and here it will be the methyl. Okay. So, these are the examples for the cyclic ketone. Now, in this case, again if we consider the electronic effect, like say CF3, instead of CH3, this position is the CF3. So, if we again isolate this, we can see double bond O, CF3, hydrogen, carbon, and this is hydrogen, hydrogen, carbon. Again it is unsymmetrical, and this is the most substituted position, but here the most electronegative atom, that means 3 fluoride atom is attached here as a CF3 group. So, that means there will be the 3 minus I effect. So, this position or this residue will be electronically less, that means electron density will be less here. So, it will not migrate, only this position or this side will be migrated. So, instead of being the most substituted position, due to having less electron density, this group can't be migrated, only the other group it is bound to migrate here. So, by Baeyer-Villiger oxidation, you will get the structure. Now, in this case, the new carbon oxygen, that means the ester bond will form in this side, not this side. So, the structure will be O, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, this is the 6, this is migrated, 5, 4, 3, 2, this is the 1, and here it is the CF3. Okay. So in Baeyer-Villiger oxidation, these are the important point. That means first of all, it will form the ester from the ketone, from the carbonyl system, or it can form also acid depending upon the migratory aptitude, because when hydrogen will be the migratory group, then it will form the acid instead of ester. Second thing is the order of the migratory aptitude, which group will be more show migration, that will be migrated and it can attached in the OR bond, that means in the ester bond. And next thing is the electron density. If electronegative atom is attached in the more substituted position, then that position will not be migrated, the other position will be migrated. Okay. So these are the examples and variety of the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. So is any doubt in the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation or in this rearrangement pathway? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So is today Gaurav present? Is Gaurav present? Because last day he asked for the open air oxidation, that's why I am asking. Okay, still I think I need to complete the open air oxidation. So this is basically a name reaction, and it is the important oxidation pathway where from the 2-degree alcohol it will converted to its corresponding ketone upon oxidation. So that means in presence of aluminium isopropoxide, in presence of isopropanol and heat, you will get double bond O, R prime, R double prime. So from 2-degree alcohol you are getting the corresponding ketone. Okay. In this case, what will be the reaction mechanism? So the reaction mechanism is, here you can see the reagent is used, the substrate is the 2-degree alcohol, and we want to oxidize this 2-degree alcohol to its corresponding ketone. Now another reagent is used, that is the isopropanol, that means CH3 OH and aluminium isopropoxide. The structure of aluminium isopropoxide is, so we know CH3 CH3, this is the isopropyl group. Okay, or we can write like this way. So this is the isopropyl residue. So when we are using this reagent in this reaction, in the first step there will be the reaction between the isopropanol and this aluminium isopropoxide. That means in this case this center is electron deficient and it is a electron rich center. Okay. So there will be, first step will be the nucleophilic substitution here. This OH group will attack to this electron deficient aluminium and the isopropoxide will leave the molecule. So in first step the isopropanol and aluminium isopropoxide it will attack here, isopropoxide will leave the molecule, and this is a reversible pathway because isopropoxide will leave and it is constantly abstract the proton from here and makes it more nucleophilic. Okay, so here you will get aluminium plus minus. Now there will be the proton abstraction from here. Okay, next after formation of this, the 2 degree alcohol, that means sorry the first step, this is R prime OH, not CH3, not isopropanol, this is the 2 degree alcohol plus aluminium so it will attack here and it will leave the molecule to generate R prime aluminium minus. Now after formation of this intermediate, you know, in the reaction mixture the acetone is used. Okay, in this case I have written one wrong reagent during the showing the reaction, that means 2 degree alcohol in presence of aluminium isopropoxide plus acetone and heat, not isopropanol, acetone instead of isopropanol. So when we use the acetone here, again you can see that in this case this center is still electron deficient in nature. So that means it can act as a Lewis acid and this can act as a Lewis base. Okay, so when this intermediate will form in your reaction mixture, the acetone is present, so they can form the Lewis acid base adduct. So in this case, after formation of this intermediate, that means aluminium plus acetone. So now if there is the formation of the Lewis acid base attack, we can write this is the minus, this is the plus. Just similar type of example you have got in the case of the Fidelkraft alkyl, where is the Lewis acid base attack adduct in between the aluminium chloride and the reagent. Okay, so similar type of phenomena will take place here. So now in this case, when it is the electron rich, now octet is filled up, all thing is filled up, this is the now becomes electron rich. After formation of this is the hydrogen, this step is the oxidation step. Now this is the oxidation step. Now here you can see that if I can write it, if I break this bond, this is plus now. Now this center becomes electron deficient, so that means some electron rich residue will be migrated here, and here actually the hydride shift will take place, and that is from this way that this hydride will be migrated here, that is the oxidation pathway. Similarly, this bond will be broken and there is the breaking of this bond. Okay, so basically it will proceed via 6-membered cyclic transition state. So in this case, we can show the mechanism like this way, that aluminium isopropoxide, this is the isopropanol, 2-degree alcohol, and this is the acetone. So this will be migrated here. Similarly, it can form the bond in between the oxygen and aluminium, and this bond will be broken. So as a whole, the transition state we can show like this way, that aluminium isopropoxide, this aluminium oxygen bond will be broken. Here is the formation of the new carbon oxygen double bond. This is the R double prime R prime. Similarly, breaking of the carbon hydrogen bond, this carbon hydrogen bond is breaking. Now here is the formation of the carbon carbon bond in between this carbonyl carbon and the hydrogen, breaking of the carbon oxygen double bond, and here is the formation of the carbon oxygen single bond. So as a whole, 1 2 3 4 5 6-membered cyclic transition state is here, and it is the energetically, that means thermodynamically stable. So the product will be, by this mechanism, that means double bond, this 2-degree alcohol got oxidized, plus aluminium isopropoxide, hydrogen. So this is the open wear oxidation, where the 2-degree alcohol got oxidized in presence of aluminium isopropoxide and acetone and under thermal condition. Okay, the reverse pathway is named as the MPV reduction. If the forward pathway, that means the 2-degree alcohol is oxidized in presence of aluminium isopropoxide in acetone heat, from here you are getting the ketone. This is the open wear oxidation, and the reverse pathway is the MPV reduction. That means from this ketone you will get the 2-degree alcohol. That means double bond O, R prime, R double prime, aluminium isopropoxide. Now instead of using the acetone, you will use the isopropanol and get the reduced product. So in open wear oxidation, from this alcohol to ketone, and this ketone is reduced to the corresponding alcohol, and here from ketone to alcohol, and this alcohol will be oxidized to its corresponding ketone, that means from to the acetone. Okay, so that is the open wear oxidation and its mechanism. Okay.